Welcome to the Steve Reads His Post podcast. For those of you who are too busy or too lazy to actually read my post, I've taken on the huge effort of reading them to you. Enjoy.
Shining a light on Shadow IT. The IT organization inside of most enterprise customers is primarily focused on security, governance, and compliance these days. One of the biggest tools in their arsenal is the word no. That approach to requests from various departments for solutions to help them accomplish their goals planted the seeds for Shadow IT, and that genie is not going back in the bottle. Shadow IT. In every organization that is of a size to have an actual IT department, Shadow IT exists. If you work in or run one of these departments and think there is no Shadow IT in your organization, you are wrong. There are tens of thousands of pay-by-credit card online services available to solve just about the same number of problems that people in your organization are struggling with. When you said no to Sally and her 5-person department for some kind of a solution they could use to track their projects, Sally signed up for Billy Bob's Project Whiz, a SaaS service that she put on her credit card and adds to her expense reimbursement request. Studies aplenty. Clearly, the democratization of IT is bringing its challenges to IT. There have been many studies over the years about the potential impact of Shadow IT. I pulled a few interesting tidbits from this Forbes one from late last year where they surveyed 350 enterprise execs. 60% of organizations don't include Shadow IT in their threat assessments. I'll call this the putting your head in the sand approach. Yet 46% say Shadow IT makes it impossible to protect their data. So we are aware we just choose to ignore it? When asked who should be responsible for a security issue from unsanctioned apps, 87% said the users themselves. So Sally unknowingly connects Billy Bob's Project Whiz to sensitive data that is then exposed and brings the whole company to a stop, but it's Sally who's responsible? 68% said it was the IT department's responsibility for software that they are not even aware of, not causing problems. Another 64% said it was Billy Bob's responsibility. Less than half of the execs believe they were even aware of the extent of Shadow IT. My guess is the ones who claim they were aware don't know the depth of it. There are more scary facts in that study as well as many other studies out there. Battle tactics. Up until now, the typical tactics used by IT to curtail Shadow IT have been lockdown measures, including elaborate data access policies, zero trust policies, encryption, etc. Basically removing access to the most valuable resources from the people who need access. How are line of business owners supposed to advance their organizational goals without access to the very data they need to accomplish that? Obviously, you can't just open up your data stores to every Billy Bob SaaS service, but your users need it. Embrace it? If it's going to happen anyway, is it better to just embrace it and attempt to govern this shadow activity? This would require a significant change in IT's thinking. Hey Sally, I know I said no to your request last year, but I assume you've solved your issue another way. Can I take a peek at that, please? Certainly you could review Billy Bob's app and maybe realize that Sally, not being a knowledgeable person, could have checked a box to encrypt all data, or similar things. Maybe you could even get satisfied that Billy Bob's app does not present a threat. What's next? Find every app like that in use in your organization? How could you even do that? And checking them all would become a year-long project. For the ones that don't pass your review, how would you stop them from using it anyway? I mean, they already went around you. Asking nicely? That's not a trait of IT. What are these apps? Most of the Shadow IT apps in your organization will be some kind of point solutions to solve specific business challenges for your users. Many of these apps will be brought in by the department to replace spreadsheet-based systems that are just not cutting it for them anymore. Maybe you could track your users' Excel usage. If it suddenly goes down, you may have a new Shadow app in your org. Here's the problem. If you keep saying no to requests for help, they're going to solve their problem another way. But if you start saying yes, you now have a full-time job of vetting and monitoring all these Billy Bob apps. Microsoft's Power Platform. Okay, I'm aware that as a Microsoft partner, I have my bias, but that does not mean that they haven't created a path for you to solve this problem. The Power Platform, which includes Power Apps, Power Automate, Power BI, and Power Virtual Agents, was purposely designed to be used by your line of business users to build applications, using low or no code to solve many of the problems they are going outside for. But are you just trading one problem for another? Again, saying no means Power Platform is just one more place your users can go with a credit card and sign up for on their own. Or you could bring it into your organization yourself and give them access to it. Why? Well, now it's running in your environments that you control, and access to all of it is via Active Directory. The ultimate in security is their login page to your Microsoft account. So does the Power Platform solve your shadow IT problem? Hell no. Internal shadows. Microsoft made a recent decision to turn on the ability for your users to create their own apps by default. I guess they thought you would get in the way. Yes, if you have Office 365, your users can start building apps, and many may have already. Sure, you have a master kill switch, but that would just drive them back outside. Based on Microsoft's information, users are building thousands of apps right now on the Power Platform because they can. Using connectors, these users can be sending your data outside of your organization right now. So the Power Platform alone does not solve your problem. It could even be making it worse. How can you figure out the extent? I guess you could hit the kill switch and see how many screams you hear. Is there a better way? Center of Excellence, CoE. Fully cognizant of the potential of the Power Platform to transform an organization, but at the same time drive IT nuts, Microsoft developed an alternative to the kill switch they desperately hope you won't push. Since pushing it will drive your users back into the shadows, maybe a CoE is worth a look. Microsoft developed a CoE Starter Kit. From the document, the Center of Excellence CoE Starter Kit is a collection of components and tools that are designed to help get started with developing a strategy for adopting and supporting the Power Platform with a focus on Power Apps and Power Automate. So this toolkit can help solve some of the biggest challenges, visibility for one. Basically, you would create your own Power App, install their components on it, connect to their APIs, and voila! You now have visibility of all of the apps in your organization as well as who is building them. A light on the shadows. What's in the box? Okay, there's no box actually, but some of the things that are part of the CoE toolkit are environment and environment security management, data loss prevention policy management, as well as data integration and gateway management. Compare that to the control you have over shadow IT today. Is the toolkit a magic bullet to cure all ills? No, it is part of a more comprehensive plan. Again, from the document, the kit does not represent the entire Center of Excellence because managing a CoE requires more than the tools alone. The Center of Excellence also requires people, communication, defined requirements, and processes. The tools provided here are just a means to get to the end goal, but the Center of Excellence itself must be thoughtfully designed by each organization based on their needs and preferences. So there's more to do. Why bother? Bringing shadow IT into the light alone is a huge benefit for IT, but actually embracing the Power Platform and fostering and nurturing its governed and controlled use has had significant proven benefits for enterprise organizations. Here I will provide a few highlights and links to some case studies. A small team at G&J Pepsi with no previous app development experience created auditing apps that saved the company $500,000. The Miami Heat used data insights to grow fan engagement and increase season ticket sales by 30%. Virgin Atlantic creates custom-built mobile apps to continually improve the start-to-finish travel experiences of 5 million passengers a year. One Autoglass employee created 40 apps that boosted the productivity of 3,000 field technicians and brought $40,000 in savings. France's National Railway improved maintenance procedures and incident reporting by enabling employees to create more than 150 apps. There are a ton of other stories about how IT, partnered with their users, has become the hero in their organizations. What's next? Well, the first thing you should know is that the CoE tools that are provided by Microsoft are not supported by Microsoft. They have enough on their plate. So it's pretty much a DIY project. My company ForceWorks is offering a free CoE briefing to learn more. You can sign up for that at forceworks.com/CoE.